G'day folks. Well, since the weather's cooled down for the first time in about 3 days now, I've decided to take this condensing unit apart and give it a good clean. The coils are well overdue for it, especially being down by the sea. The salt air takes its toll on them anyway, but dirt doesn't help. First thing I've got to do is move some of this crap out of the way. More units and things floating around. I don't have to move that one, but I'll at least make it so I can get to the coils. Oh, that's a little bit better. Probably how it should be for normal operation anyway. Might have a bit too much crap crowded around it. The other two can stay over there. Well, there we have it. Covers are off. It's a fairly basic unit when you think about it. Nice big coils. Double layer. It's got a big Bristol reciprocating compressor in it. They're not too bad. It's one of the older versions, so they're pretty reliable. It's a 2-cylinder one. You can tell I've had it running recently. There's condensate on the accumulator. You actually get condensate right down to the valves and the drain down there. Obviously no reversing valve, this is just a cooling only unit. Works very well, 8.8 kilowatts. Now it's time to clean it. Well, actually I'll do a startup video. Good high temp coming out. Already got frost back on the suction line. It's pretty efficient. Well, not frost, but it's cold as hell. That's good. This was a junkyard system with a burnt out control board on the ceiling cassette. I installed it myself on Black Saturday. I got my uncle over to check the gas levels and everything, and well, he said it was perfect. Didn't need recharging or topping up or anything. This thing had just been pumped down and scrapped as it was, and all I did was recommission it with my uncle's help, who's a HVAC technician, and this thing's been running fine ever since. Nice warm air coming off the condensing coils. Okay, well, I'll give it a quick rinse with the hose. One thing to note, this one here is actually hardwired into the main control panel. So make sure that this switch and the main circuit breaker are off before start squirting water and stuff around, because even the slightest spray onto a live connection can turn other components live, or at the very least just turn your main power off through the safety switch, which is really just an inconvenience, but worst case scenario, somebody gets fried, and we don't really need that. So just try and soak the coils in this shit. Soak everything in it if you have to. Really should get one of these that goes on the end of the air gun. It'd be a lot better. These coils aren't too dirty. I installed it 8 months ago. But there's a lot of dust and crap built up on them. White aluminium oxide from being near the sea. Just have to do that other side next. Well, I'm just going to give this one bottle of coil cleaner since the dirt isn't too extreme. I've just chucked the cover on top with a weight, so try and keep the water out. I'm not going to start it till tomorrow though. hard to clean, but I'm doing that. Oh, it's looking a lot better. A lot of dirt coming out. A lot of oxide on them from being near the sea, but their integrity is fine. Next best thing would be a caustic cleaner, but I don't really want to subject it to any more corrosion. So that'll do that one. I'll do the interior cassette next. It should be a bit of a challenge since it's a wraparound coil and a centre thing. Oh yeah, it's definitely dirty. I forgot how bad this is getting. It's like a vacuum cleaner. It's got a filter on it, but there ain't much of a filter. I think it's just for big particles. I'm going to try and drop the centre down and get to the coils. I'm going to pull that rubber bush out and just put a big drain hose or something down to a bucket so it catches all the water and crap that comes out. That little tube's going to overflow. It's good for condensate, but not when I'm flooding it with water. Ah, that's better. Got 4 screws holding this centrepiece in, and I'm just hanging it off some bits of old capillary tube. Just hook them around the brackets or through the bolt holes. Just eliminates the need to disconnect the wiring and drop it out completely. Makes it a little tricky with service, but it's alright. Yeah, she definitely needs cleaning. These ones are always fun to clean. Fan blades are dirty as hell too, but I'm going to have to put a tarp or something down to catch all the water. Okay, well I figured since this is a no-rinse coil spray, I decided to give it a shot tonight and let it soak overnight. I won't eat the coils or anything like the corrosive ones do, but I worked out use a solid stream from the nozzle. It generally goes through the coil and comes out through the louvers and onto the floor. Doesn't really matter which way you go, through the louvers or the coil from the inside, it still comes out. So fine spray is about the only way to go. Just gently spray it. You still end up with drips on the floor and everywhere. Should really put a tarp down for this. It won't go all the way through the coil, but this is only a 2-layer coil. Not too bad. And the inside here is where the majority of the dirt is. Try and get up there without saturating everything. Get a cleaner everywhere tomorrow. Oh, that's a good start.